Let's head down to Manfield for Game 1.
This is the battle of the storylines between big-time BDS and South-turned North American sweethearts. I am Stumpy, joined by Cole in all of our RLCS LAN debuts, and this matchup has the explosive potential.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup could do absolutely anything, but first off, shout out to the amazing Des.
Oh my days!
They were filling for, I think it was about 3.5 hours, and I was literally sat there, listening along, chuckling along. But anyway, enough about us, enough about any of us. It's BDS versus Complexity. So many questions are about to be answered by, as you say, Stumpy, the RLCS LAN debutants. Extra, he's been to a couple of DreamHacks. That means nothing when you're here because the pressure just is astronomically higher than anything these teams would have been through before. This is where it really starts to matter.
It's just a brand new experience that none of these guys have properly reveled in previously. BDS have not had the chance to show off what they can show us on this LAN environment. Complexity, they've shown us what they can do in North America, but man, if they can do half of that here at the Fall Major, we are going to see them finishing incredibly. Mark by up at the front, going for some attacks is a man that I've got my eyes on.
And look at the length of that clearance there. I think it was from AJG, who had the ball in his own corner and just slammed it all the way back into the Team BDS half of the pitch. I feel like that is where Complexity are going to have the advantage over Team BDS. The accuracy of their mechanics, these solo plays like AJG is trying to show off right now, if they can really get some boost and play with this Team BDS defense, which at times has looked a little forgiving so far in the 2021-22 season, then Complexity can damage BDS.
I'm unbelievably excited just to be here. We were saying earlier on about the LAN debut. Sure, for BDS and Complexity, but also for Cole and Stumpy.
Hey,
made it
it's us.
over into Sweden. Just being in this environment changes everything that we are feeling. The players are feeling new, reinvigorated, like a new version of themselves. And that infield pass from Mark by 8 nearly starts the scoring for BDS. Extra just shooting a touch high from it. Can he go in for that double? No, Shad able to get it round into the corner. But Mark by 8 continues the offense.
It was good pressure there from Team BDS, but I loved that touch from Shad. Complexity at times have had a bit of a habit of putting those clearances just into the center, essentially setting up their opponents. It does seem that they've been learning from that one in the playoffs. Space Station Gaming got so many, I won't say free, but relatively simple by their standards goals against Complexity in situations exactly like that one. So good to see them improving. And this is where they can be good. Raise ball with the huge boom over the top. But what a touch that is from Mark by 8 to Monkey Moon. I feel like when... Hang on, about that might be going in. Oh, it's straight in, right from the clearance.
Extra with the first goal of this matchup. EU versus NA begins with the EU supremacy. Blow the whistle, ref. Extra tapping it in off the long pass from Monkey Moon. Outstanding clearance from him. And Extra with that vision to move down the pitch. Brilliant chance for him to start off the scoring. Around half of the game gone as well. By no means are we looking like this is going to be a one-goal game. However, both of these teams are such low scorers statistically. They're around the bottom. The only team that was scoring lower than Team BDS throughout the entire full split so far was Complexity. They just don't have that many goals despite the pressure that they can give to their opponents.
Oh, look at them now. Mark by 8 across the goal line. Monkey Moon seeing it away. To the ceiling he goes. Extra's going to try and tackle Raise Ball. But again, decent defending there from Raise Ball to make sure that any touch that was coming in from a Team BDS player could only put it to the side. And nothing more dangerous than that. I mean, we talk about Team BDS being in poor form after they had to suffer the utter humiliation of finishing third in EU.
Awful.
It's pathetic.
Disgusting.
Even. And yet, they're still really good at Rocket League. And they're also really good, Stumpy, at the Swiss. Coming into this season, I think they'd lost 2 series in all of the Swisses from the season before. Now they've lost a couple more, but they've always sailed through to the playoffs.
With 1 minute 45 left, it's Complexity on that attack. Shad to go high, but now Monkey Moon in defense sees Mark by 8 fly off that back wall. A long clear again, but it's BDS sitting on that back foot. Great pass in from AJG, but Monkey Moon to catch goes long round onto that side wall. Mark by 8 rotating very awkwardly back round.
Yeah, the time is just about starting to get on with 1 minute and 25 seconds left, and Team BDS still maybe to put a little bit more pressure on them there, but Raise Ball wants to go solo. His touch not the best on that occasion. That ball pinches out wide where Raise Ball can take to the skies. He gets a really clean first touch, but is nowhere near it, unfortunately, for him to continue things. There's a pinch attempt It's going above the goal line. We've seen some filthy pinches from Team BDS and Mark by 8 in the past, but that one sadly not on target.
1 minute remaining. Complexity needing to start getting themselves on the scoreboard right now. Boost actually looking really good for BDS in defense, not rotating back until they've got around 60 or so, or at least going via those small pads and picking up to make sure that they have got Boost to spend extra. Not able to get that dunk. AJG into the corner, up for the double, can't quite find it. Raise ball to that left post, and to follow up is Shad. Complexity on the scoreboard.
Brilliant following up there from Shad, the star performer for Complexity since they made their move. Mark by 8 had made a decent save on the near post, but when Shad's following in like that, he is never going to miss, and we have parity in game 1.
40 seconds remaining. Complexity bringing it level does mean that an overtime potentially between these two titans is possible. AJG on that back right side. Manages to get it into the corner. Extra though forces it above the goal as we join him on the backboard. Shad is able to get it onto the right wall. Sent long onto Raiseball. Onto the net.
What a turnaround that is from Complexity. It looked like the game was getting away from them, and then as soon as they get their equalizer, the speed and the confidence that suddenly they show. Team BDS somewhat overcommitting, a little bit far away from the play and defense there. But Raiseball with the clean finish, he still had to put it away, and they got it. 29 seconds left. Can BDS suddenly get themselves back into a game that was looking like it was going to be theirs? Mark by 8 takes it to the ceiling. AJG clears it a little bit. There's good defending again from Complexity. They're looking really comfortable. And then that touch from a Team BDS player was awkward at best. 14 seconds left, a bump comes in. That is just rude, Stumpy.
That is rude, and that is something that Complexity have done so well throughout the season. Up in the face, no matter whose face it is. Monkey Moon, I don't care. A 2-goal lead, Complexity take it. I cannot believe the audacity from Complexity to come out swinging and drop a haymaker in game 1.
Looking like game 1 is indeed going to be Complexity's unless Team BDS can do something incredibly quickly. It's not looking likely, but hang about his Monkey Moon. He shoots it safe from the side. More good defending by Complexity. Oh, I love this.
That's dirty.
I absolutely love this. Oh, they're going to score. Oh, no. AJG should have scored from it. But what I love especially is that, I mean, with Complexity, when they beat Space Station Gaming, Shad got that brilliant goal right at the end to make it 3-0. And even before the ball had got in the net, he was already celebrating. His headphones actually fell off him. He didn't have them on for the last 30 seconds or so. This is the team that when they have the game locked in, they just relax. They just sit back. And being this relaxed in this environment is such a good sign for your Game 1 winners, Complexity.
BDS had the question behind them of, can they do the online performance on LAN? So far, in our unbelievably small sample size, the answer is no. What an example of how to come out in game 1. Shad screaming as soon as he gets that goal. It was that touch from AJG. I adore how that ends up looking, where it removes him entirely from the situation. It was a 2-goal lead, and they managed to secure it right at the death of the game, continuing with those punches. What a start to this competition with Complexity. North America, they must be fully behind this team.
Oh, absolutely, for so many reasons. 1, because they just adore them as individuals. 2, because they love their story. And 3, because the better Complexity do, the better it is for North America with Worlds spots. Every single team here, and the teams watching on from home as well, are rooting for their national colleagues. And Complexity have started this game good as well. They could score an early goal to take the lead. It's saved by Team BDS there, but just look at the pressure that Complexity are putting on them. Do you remember when Team BDS used to just suppress the opponent's defense and pin them down?
Complexity, they want no part in that. None of those silly fun and games that BDS like to have. The Frenchman and the Spaniard, you can't touch us. We're going in your blue half. You're not coming anywhere near the orange side of the pitch. Raiseball, clearing it into the corner, will try and work it back into the blue, and does so magnificently. AJG continues to touch on towards Monkey Moon, but can catch it. And a couple of those mechanical touches from Monkey Moon to alleviate the pressure on the defense are lovely.
Also loving AJG continuing to show BDS no respect, going for the demo as he came out the game. On that occasion, didn't need to too much, but it does just mean they can get a bit more boost, they can keep the attack going, and they can really start to camp within this Team BDS half of the pitch yet again. Here's Raiseball, challenged by Extra. Raiseball fancies a slice of that ball, but can't get there. It's a really good pass towards Extra, who can't quite connect, but a better example of how BDS can play this game.
With Monkey Moon, though, opportunities start to rise, and the double save from Shad and AJG will begin the ball away. Extra beaten to it again by Complexity. They described their playstyle in those pre-match interviews as, we're just a really quick team, and BDS, I don't think they're prepared for it.
I think they will be, though. We know that this is a team that can adapt. We know that this is a team that improves as series go on, at least online and EU. So there's no data to suggest that Complexity are going to be able to run away with this one. At some point, we will see Team BDS with Kale behind them improve them.
That data with our single data point, something that we are going to be harping on about a lot, but, you know, worse science has been done with more data.
AJG into the corner, gets the flip reset, but can't do anything with it except let Raze ball in, who can do all sorts of damage himself in the flip reset capacity. And in all three of these guys from Complexity, they just love going for, I would say, the most beautiful type of solo goal, getting that boost back and that dodge back. Marked by 8, his clearance into the corner is only as far as Extra. Goes for the challenge on Razeball, but not got it at all. So many clean touches for Complexity.
Vital block there by Mark by 8. There was a Complexity attacker ready to lunge on that ball when it entered the net, but with Mark by 8 there, it wasn't able to. Razeball with a long shot off that side wall. Can come in and bump the defender as well. Outstanding save from the man at the back for BDS. Extra has to be called on to it. The tip over the top isn't able to work its way in. Now Razeball to the right-hand side has to force Mark by 8 onto the ceiling with 70 boost, though. He is not going to be left out of the game for long.
That would have been absolutely beautiful had that redirect gone in to break the deadlock in game 2. It still could be a chance for Complexity. Extra nips in there quickly. AJG now shoots. He hits the crossbar, but it goes in the end, and Complexity take the lead.
Crossbar down, AJG making dreams. As he starts to leave that box, he turns around, sees Monkey Moon, I could just outspeed you here. Did you not hear our interview? Complexity, 1-0 up, 2 minutes remain. EU utterly moulding right now.
Already it's looking like Team BDS are going to have to mix something up because Complexity completely have the read on them. Team BDS barely able to escape the blue half. They can barely defend these solo plays that are coming in. Took a couple of them there from Team BDS just to stop the flip reset, but that's better there from Monkey Moon. Where's this one falling? It's towards Extra. Team BDS could be about to get back in this, and they are.
Extra drawing us level, just under 2 minutes remaining as Monkey Moon does get that side wall pass to Mark by 8, up utterly uncontested. Middle of the net is there for the taking as well. This game is so even. We said to start with that they had such few goals per game, and now, all of a sudden, we're seeing it.
1-0. Team BDS back in the game, back in business, and trying to fake out Shad there. That's not going to happen, unfortunately, Marked by 8. But just showing that BDS are trying to be a little bit more creative and make Complexity think as they work their way slowly but surely back into this series. That one to the backboard, and Shad gets in quickly. Extra's touch is a little bit odd again, and he's been struggling somewhat this season.
Yeah, he has, and I think it comes down to knowing what his teammates are capable of. And with Extra being on that sort of lower side of the stats, we only really say that because of what we can see him do through the RLCS X season and how incredible he has been. But going towards the bottom of the table, you'll see him repeatedly. He's 15th in assists from every single team that has made it here so far. He's 14th in demos per game. Not the biggest stat ever, but, you know, at the bottom is not where Extra wants to be residing.
Shad is residing deep in Team BDS territory. He takes it to the ceiling and shoots, but it's saved by BDS. One thing I would say is BDS are looking more comfortable, even if they have to double up on these Complexity solo plays. Look at Extra there, challenging Razeball in the air before he can redirect that ball. This is where it's a bit more dangerous, where Monkey Moon is isolated, but he used all of his boost almost. Managed to clear it long. 2 Extra. AJG challenges and gets away with the ball as well, and Marked by 8 takes him out. BDS have really mixed up their play.
Yeah, they need to. Complexity were all over them like a bad rash, and Shad, he wants to continue that. No one went here. AJG now has to retreat as Monkey Moon bears down upon him. Sees a man central, goes for net himself with the dunk. Extra trying to move in to help as well. Marked by 8 arriving late.
It was a really good effort there from Monkey Moon. He made such a name for himself doing those dribbles, and he's still getting BDS chances. Extra puts it to the backboard, but it's defended incredibly well. Again by Razeball. Shad at that near post, not letting BDS through, and now maybe they give themselves a chance. Here's Razeball. He puts it to the crossbar, but that's where it hits, and it collapses down to give us our second overtime in a row.
A game of pixels right now, as previously that shot goes in off the crossbar. This time, though, Rocket League gods decide, nay, we shall have overtime again. Complexity, if they win this, they force the reverse sweep from BDS. Otherwise, BDS bringing us level, that's the position they want to find themselves in. And they are Europe's sweethearts. Complexity tearing through 2 regions at this rate.
Well, not quite yet, because Team BDS have the ascendancy in the overtime right now, but that's another clean 3, 4, 5 touches from Shad. Sending that ball away and getting AJG something to chase, but that double tap from Extra could make things much trickier. Extra has nicked the boost there. That is such an important boost deal because it meant that the attack from Complexity had no teeth on it at all.
45 seconds have passed in the overtime. It has been relatively even as now Raiseball goes for the shot. Oh. It goes off his hood and Shad still saves it, but Mark Baye moves in for the kill. Complexity were wounded. He just had to finish him off.
Team BDS have their first ever RLCS LAN game victory. They've taken it from behind against Complexity, showing that they still have their fight and their battle, something that's been questioned from them so far this season. BDS playing more like themselves towards the end there.
Every single game is so vital in Swiss as well. We're going to keep going on about this for the next 2 days as well, because if you get a game win, you're suddenly going to be coming up towards the top end of the seeds in your group for the win-losses. Complexity starting off the scoring and so much passion on their faces throughout. I just love seeing what this means to these teams.
There was actually a bump from Monkey Moon on Raiseball there that set, I think it was extra for that first goal to give them a chance to get back in there. And then Mark Baye does not miss those.
Monkey Moon plays so close to his monitor. That is unbelievably close. Extra is about 2 miles away. He's not bothered. Somebody that I am bothered about, though, is Orb and who he's talking to on the floor. He's got Sathu from G2.
That is right. We're standing here in the Swiss Abyss. The action is heating up. Sathu, welcome, good sir, okay? This is coach for G2. First LAN for this brand new G2. How are we feeling?
Honestly, we're feeling really good. Ever since I got here, we were able to get in some replay reviews, and honestly, the team's looking really good. I like everything I'm seeing right now.
Looking at the game we just had on the main stage, BDS versus Complexity, who do you think is going to be the victor when it's all said and done after the series?
You know, honestly, just experience-wise, I think this is going to be BDS. You know, Complexity's a great team. I expect them to surprise a lot of people here. I actually expect them to make it to playoffs, but I think BDS takes this one.
All right, well, let's find out. Will BDS take this one, guys? Setting it back to you.
So Sathu says that he expects Team BDS to take this one just from experience. And to be honest, Sathu, you're much smarter than I am, but I'm not sure I agree. I mean, Complexity, they have had the experience of dominating their own region. They've had the experience of flying to a brand new region and playing incredibly well there. And now they have their third experience coming to this LAN, taking game 1 against BDS, then losing game 2. We know that this is the team that can adapt on the fly. In their playoffs, they lost 3 games in a row to Space Station Gaming before waking up, mixing up their play somewhat, winning the last 2 to qualify. They will not be shaken by BDS improving their game, but BDS will be feeling a lot more confident in themselves now.
Can't believe you've just been so rude to Sathu. He gave his nice little opinion, and you're there going, no, I'm the analyst. Don't you dare try and do my job.
He's only a coach, former pro.
Yeah,
what does he know about Rocket League?
I don't know, more than you, mate. 30 seconds gone, no incident just yet, but it's Monkey Moon on the attack alongside everyone from BDS. The conveyor belt of shark's teeth at the moment.
This is looking a lot more like the Team BDS that we all know and love, just constantly barreling pressure on their opponents. Extra takes to the skies of the air dribble. It's saved by Shad out wide. And how good was his clearance? It's towards Mark Baye, who makes a huge mistake, allows Complexity in, and then Mark Baye has to fix it himself. That was a really risky touch, and now it's Complexity who have all the pressure.
I love when Complexity move into their attacking form, because they clearly have 2 different ideas of how they want to play this game. There's their defense mode, and then there's their offense mode. Defensively, they throw themselves at every ball when they can, and they still keep it out. Their rotations are so well done that they aren't letting in many goals at all. On their offense style, they just take turns. They're relatively polite, realistically. They're going towards the ball, they're saying, no, that's mine. Okay, you know what? I missed it. After you, pal.
Not only that, but they go for bumps and demos to help each other out even. A perfect team.
So altruistic of them.
Very gentlemanly. Now here's Shad the Gentleman, with wonderful hair as well. Lovely pass to his teammates. AJG's up. Look at Raiseball underneath, waiting for this one, wants to get the read. Mark Baye had to beat him to it and did do that well, but I would say it's a better start to Game 3 for Complexity. Seem to have Team BDS pinned back after BDS made the better start. Mark Baye, good composure there. I was worried for a second. He dodged that one towards AGG. Didn't fall for that mistake.
Yeah, very clever. I saw AJG's positioning.
Waiting.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
He did everything right that he could have done because he's preserved all of his boost as well in that position. He didn't have to go in the air. His presence was enough just to shock Mark Baye to do that. Great doink up. Monkey Moon can receive it on that right wall as well. Can he get it central towards a teammate? Not quite, as the touch from Razebull gets it clear. The fake from Shad, and now Complexity, they're taking turns.
Oh, AJG was off on the hunt, searching for some bumps or demos to get to. Team BDS were just so grateful to see that ball roll all the way along the top of their goal, but Complexity coming in again. Extra will actually get a clean touch there to send it out wide. It's been a little bit ping-pongy, but these demos from Shad and the gang seem to be what's going to break that up.
It's so nice just getting rid of anybody that they can on that back line, because what is easier than playing 3v3? It's 3v2.
It's true.
You may as well take them out of the game.
Statistically, absolutely correct, Stumpy Goblin, yet again. His Shad AJG going for more bumps. He really has got a taste for BDS blood, and he's looking for more. Shad's turning for this one quickly, but it's going to be nowhere near to getting that ball, so Extra can clear it away. Team BDS just need to hold for a little while, in my opinion, make sure they don't concede in what is a really good spell for Complexity. If they can survive, they can continue to attack themselves.
The issue is that's just a different style to what BDS are used to, and they're being forced into that playstyle right now. They need to be a bit more patient and wait towards the bat because Complexity are bearing down so hard on them. This is essentially cross-regional karma, because they're now experiencing what they have done to Europe almost the entire season. Complexity shutting them down and pinning them back in their own half. It's a horrible, suffocating style. And now that you've got both these teams playing it, everyone's just got a bag on their head.
I'm sure Team BDS feel very guilty about that as well, Stumpy. You know, they sit down and think about what they've been doing. What they have been doing is defending for the last 2 minutes or so. Here's a chance for a double tap. Is there? No, not quite.
Another doink from Mark.
Another doink. They've been trying those ones. Razebull to the backboard. There's no one there for Team BDS. Monkey Moon just hovers his car to get it away somewhat, but there was a fellow teammate of his there as well, which means that Shad can come in with a flip reset attempt. Now Razebull, there's get way too much space. Team BDS have slowed down, and look how much space there is again on the backboard. Surely this is leading to something. Yes, it is. They're boost starved, and Team BDS have conceded.
One goal with 1 minute left. That was just Complexity over and over again, sending the ball awkwardly above the net in that position where, as your BDS, you need to go. You need to burn the 12 or 24 you've only just picked up.
I love how much Complexity mixed up their approach there and their decision-making. Every time they had a chance to go solo, they would. And then occasionally, the Team BDS defense would just show a crack above the goal, and they would go for it. Just like Monkey Moon has here, in fact, in return. They've been taking lessons of their opponents. Extra tries it again, but there were two there. What a touch from Razebull. Won't lead to a goal, but it will send Team BDS all the way home.
That should have been a shot on net. Everyone on Complexity, they were waiting for the ball to come towards the net, but none of them in a good position. The backboard, just the wrong decision to go for there. BDS need a goal, final 30 seconds, otherwise Complexity, it's 2-1.
Shad out wide, gets the second touch, it's absolutely perfect. AJG goes to the redirect, doesn't quite get it. That would have been a thing of absolute beauty and would have killed this third game there and then. As it stands, there's still 15 seconds left, but it's Complexity knocking on the door for a second time instead of BDS for the first. Will they get one more chance to give us a third overtime in a row?
Final 5 seconds as BDS have their final chance of this game. Complexity, though, block it strong. Razebull blocks it well. As the ball nears the ground, Complexity can sniff the fourth game and a potential victory. Kept high, though, by Monkey Moon. Can he get a flip reset on it? No! The block comes out. Complexity, 1 game away from taking down BDS.
You can see from the players' reaction, that was not comfortable at all. Right at the end, it seemed like BDS would get a chance, and the ball just about hit the floor to give Complexity the victory that really they deserved, I think, on balance of the play in game number 3 there. I mean, their approach to attacking is a thing of absolute beauty. Team BDS, look at this. It's that decision right there. He could have gone solo, instead went for the backboard. Difficult to defend.
I mean, that's basically what Extra was going for a little bit earlier on as well, where he just hit it to the backboard instead of going for that main shot. But Complexity just did it better. They just did it at a better time. And now the team from Europe that everybody thought may well collapse through this competition, that is on the cards. There's no collapse just yet. By no means do they look bad, but Complexity, they just look like another level. And to start off the post hit, that's tantalizing.
So close to being an early brilliant start for Complexity. And they'll believe that they can kill this one now. They can smell BDS blood as AJG was searching for it earlier. Razebull to the backboard. Got a chance for a second touch, maybe. Not by it clears it, but what a pass that is from AJG. Still, decision-making is just flawless from Complexity. Everything they're trying seems to be at least putting Team BDS on the back foot right now.
Yeah, the back foot is not where BDS expect to find themselves either. Shad, with 2 free touches and sends it onto the backboard. Monkey Moon has to recover to then get the clear away. But AJG straight back in.
That touch from Shad as well showed how good the complexity comms are right now. Normally, that's the sort of ball that you go up for with a fast launch aerial. You're already using what would be your dodge for a second jump. But Shad realized, because he had the call, there was no one from BDS around him, so he could actually use the dodge in the air. That only comes when you and your teammates are completely on the same wavelength.
It's a minute gone. Complexity looking dominant in this game as well. Extra has to shy away from that challenge. From AJG to Shad to Raiseball. It's just defense on an utter push at the back. Complexity taking so much advantage of the speed that they are very, very aware they possess.
I mean, Monkey Moon is there on Team BDS. We've barely even mentioned his name, not particularly been a factor in this series. Does he have any magic up his sleeve?
Shad!
In the conversation for the best player in the world, but right now, AJG, Raiseball and Shad are just making Team BDS look like they're not as good as they are.
Shad just going for touch, 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 leaf, touch, touch, touch. AJG has to go in a 1v3 against everyone in BDS and nearly scores it. Mark, can he tap it in? Not quite. Has to go from the inner 90. Monkey Moon there in the position to sink it in.
There he is, Monkey Moon, his first goal of the series. It came from a Raiseball clearance that just hit the post and fell for the Frenchman to give Team BDS the lead. I mean, again, I'd say that Complexity have been the better team in this game, just haven't, well, I think it's unfair to say they haven't taken their chances. Team BDS have defended them really well, but Complexity still looking more dangerous to me overall.
Chance for AJG to clear it long, only finds Mark by 8 though. The ceiling pinch to send it right back where it came from. No U on that ball. Extra chance to go from the backboard. Does send it, but only as far as yet another Complexity player. Infield pass to Shad. He tried to go up high again to find AJG, but with an awkward pinch, we now see Complexity starting to have to defend. Not as much as they've made BDS defend, but it's something that they have to be considering. There is an eventuality.
Decent first touch attempt from Extra, but it was read pretty well by the Complexity player. And now Raiseball has a chance to do what he does best, get the flip reset and send it along over the top of Extra. Shad meets it there as well before Monkey Moon met him and then can boom it long. He has 2 players to his right, wants to find them as soon as possible. Get that ball into the center, give his teammates a chance for a shot. Extra into that far corner. This is the chance now. Marked by 8, just shooting though. It's easy for Shad to defend, and then Monkey Moon misses to let in Raiseball.
Seems like the chances that BDS can take, they do it with no real consideration of, will this really go in, or are we just going to challenge their defense? I get that they're going for it and they want to just challenge it as much as they can because the chances aren't coming. And this is with them leading in this game. The pressure is still on them. But BDS, they've held out incredibly well. Maybe it's just that, not time-wasting tactic, but the possession-heavy tactic.
We saw the exact same thing earlier on from Team Envy. They weren't at their best, but they still found a way to win against Ground Zero Gaming. And if Team BDS are grinding this one out, then you have to say that is a sign of a champion, because their defense has been really solid right now against this mixed and varied Complexity attack. They're taking their touches when they need, but occasionally just a little bit loose, and that's what letting Complexity in.
90 seconds remain until a Game 5 is potentially here yet again. This Monkey Moon on that right-hand corner gets caught out by Shad, finds Raiseball up to the ceiling. Can he go down onto the ball? Not quite. I love the ambition from everyone on Complexity right now. Raiseball,
he's got it!
Back to AJG. You bet he can.
He's absolutely got it. You can see as soon as Raiseball leapt to the air, he was going to be extra to it. The only question was how good would the redirect be? And the answer, absolutely perfect.
1 minute remaining. Team BDS had the lead for so long in the game. They must have thought they had a great chance to win. The bump coming out on the back line. AJG with a masterful recovery.
Yeah, he was bumped to oblivion, then came back in time for tea. Now we have Monkey Moon going. He's got no boost. AJG has only fallen to him. Shad, he and his team Complexity starting to build something up. He's got this read, but Extra has as well. AJG's coming forward. It's so much time right now for Complexity. They're just letting the ball bounce into the perfect position before sending it anywhere. Really good play from Extra there. He had to slow that down. He did it brilliantly.
Monkey Moon, chance to shoot. Does find Raiseball, marked by 8 with a chance, but again, the save from the man, the double. AJG removing Extra. Will alleviate some pressure, but Mark, with no boost, sees the ball in front of the net of Complexity, but just can't quite make it there.
Like a bucking bronco, just desperate to get up to that ball as quickly as possible. Couldn't quite do it, but another BDS barrel booming towards the goal. Here's Extra. Shad's missed that one. Extra trying to get the dunk right now on Razebull and does well. A bit of boost starvation coming in from Team BDS with 6 seconds left. Mark Bay, where's your pass? Monkey Moon, where is the communication from Team BDS? Complexity are going to see it away, and we are going to have our 3rd overtime of this series.
Complexity needing this win to go through over the European behemoth of BDS, but with the game starting off with the BDS barreling down on Complexity, it's going to be rough.
Decent defending at the moment at the start for Complexity. They're having to show some, and what a clearance that is yet again from Razebull. Been a theme this whole time. Extra's touch isn't perfect, lets in Shad. Monkey Moon closes him down well. Both teams have had to defend so far in this overtime, and up to now, both teams have done the job.
Extra air dribbling out of defense. Mark by 8 did not get that memo. Shad can find one man on the right-hand side, but Monkey Moon clears it away himself. Onto the backboard. Can he get the double? Doesn't quite manage to. Cleared away by Razebull, and now BDS again back to the drawing board. Can they be more successful this time?
I mean, Mark by 8 could have done so much more with that ball right there. He had 100 boost, and he just booms it into the corner. It does actually lead to a chance. What? And what do I know? Extra scores it somehow. It's 2-1 in game BDS.
Game 5 between these two teams. And Extra, unchallenged. AJG just didn't jump onto that shot, but BDS, they earn that game 5, and they've got to be very, very happy with themselves about it. I'm excited to see what exactly happens with the faces of BDS here. Are they thinking, oh boy, we scraped through that one? Or are they just like, no, you know what? That's it. We did it. We got the dub. We don't care how it happens.
They will be convincing themselves right now that that is the most dominant performance the world has ever seen. They are brilliant. We are BDS. We are unbeatable. We are the best team here. This Complexity team, they've got nothing on us. Look at goals like that. You know, look at that, see? Look, they believe. They have always believed, even in their lowest form.
I like that they all turned to face each other.
Yeah,
to do that as well. They're not just in their own heads. They're not thinking, cool, that was my performance. It was, me and Extra ignoring Mark. It wasn't Mark thinking, oh, that was me and Monkey Moon, They all turned central. As I think it was Gregan on the desk saying that they've got Extra in the middle to be that linking man. To turn towards him and for everybody to celebrate, that is a great team atmosphere. Game 5, driven by Ford, driven by nothing less than sheer dominance by both of these teams. It's going to be big.
Who takes the first goal in the deciding game, the first match of the Swiss? Getting off to a good start just takes so much pressure off you, and that is what both of these teams are fighting for right now. Mark by 8 takes it to the side ball, and Monkey Moon, he and him, they get in each other's way a little bit, but it's worked out in the end. Look at Monkey Moon closing things down. It seems that Team BDS are approaching that phase of the series where they speed up.
Yeah, and that is a terrifying place to be at, with a freight train barreling towards you. How do you deal with it? Complexity? I think they're about to show us, though. Sent long from AJG, finds Extra back wall with 15, and the boost stolen from Razebull. Complexity, it's their time to shine.
Complexity, a team that, don't forget, won a deciding game, a game 7 no less, just to be here. So they have been in this situation before with the stakes as high as they are right now. Great pass from Monkey Moon to Mark by 8, early shot, but it's saved by Razebull.
Razebull jumping in the way of AJG there. Look at Shad go! Shad fancied it. He wanted the demo on Extra, but he can't quite get the ball past that defender either, and so the shot doesn't manage to come out. But yeah, Razebull a second ago just diving in front of AJG just to get the ball towards the corner rather than over towards the central area. A much better position defensively to go.
AJG beating Mark by 8 for pace and then trying to do the same for Extra, but Extra tees it up for Monkey Moon to go down the line. As always, Monkey Moon seems to have 3 seconds more on the pitch than anybody else to get that extra touch. Now it's Shad, though. This is what it comes to, a Complexity chance. Extra tries to keep behind that ball, but it's too good a first and second touch from AJG. Monkey Moon just waiting for it, but that's a quick reminder for Complexity, just the angles they can force on the ball.
AJG bumping Monkey Moon away from that jump as well, just meant that BDS can't work their way out of the blue-hued half.
AJG beats Extra to the ball, all ends up, and then there's a miss, there's a chance here, and the near post is Mark by 8. Bad defending from BDS until Mark by 8 steps up.
Somewhat tentative, I feel, on the BDS side of things, where they're going for some saves and, they're getting to the ball, but convincingly to send it long, a little bit rarely, but BDS, they're still here in this game 5 alongside Complexity, so who am I to judge?
Here's Shad. He goes solo. Monkey Moon's already up. Good idea from him to attack it quick. He almost gets a touch. Oh my goodness, there was a second BDS player that also almost got a touch. Then a great pass from AJG to Razebull, which Monkey Moon charges down. Razebull has Shad in the center. He's going to find him. He's going to shoot it. He's going to score it. As he knows, it's on the crossbar again. And Monkey Moon clears it. We're still at 0-0.
The crossbar not playing ball this time as Extra clearing it away. That is a deep breath, I feel, for Complexity. They had the chance, they had the moment. Extra feeling like he had his as well. Post, crossbar, everything decided by pixels.
Here's Monkey Moon, he wants to get this done. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. Brilliant defending there from Complexity. AJG on the goal line somehow sees it away, booms it to the corner, and Team BDS are going to have to come again.
Extra working his way out of that back half with the demo coming in from Mark on Raidsville. It opens up the shooting opportunity. Double commit though from Monkey, and Extra leaves Mark to be able to shoot. AJG corner bound with 50 boost. What can he work with?
He's got a little bit of boost. He's picked some up, but Raceball is the person that it falls to. To the backboard he goes, wants to get a bump on Mark by 8, but Mark by 8 was too quick to the air to let that happen. And now Extra sends it long. Really, really good end-to-end game here right now in game number 5. Will experience tell us stuff you predicted?
We said at the start, this was a battle of the low scorers, and they're doing it again. A 0-0 in this 5th game. Just going along with tradition at this point.
Raceball, he's got a chance here for the ceiling flip. He's not quite got it. It's saved by Team BDS again. All 3 of them happy to get involved, as long as that ball does not end up in the blue net.
Raceball goes long, but Extra on that halfway line wants nothing to do with it. Monkey Moon, can he clear it past Shad? No, but the ball falling to Mark by 8 makes it dangerous on the backboard. Under a minute till we potentially have another overtime.
Monkey Moon is getting more and more sway on this ball. He's getting some clean touches, able to bend it to his whim.
So good.
But his teammate Mark by 8 is in there next. Wants to just get on this ball as quickly as possible. Shad has already been beaten. Raceball there was called into action. Here's Monkey Moon, he could win it, but Shad saves it out wide.
Diving in front of the ball, manages to clear it away, but AJG into the blue half. Extra picks it up with 100 boost. He's an artist, but he gets removed early from his chance.
Monkey Moon now, another second touch really, maybe. There's a shot from Mark by 8. He's at the crossbar, and then it goes in. It's an own goal, right at the death. Perhaps BDS have won it right there.
With the touch fake from Monkey Moon, it leaves Mark to hit it alongside. Oh my gosh, Complexity. That's not a head in hands moment. You need your eyes wide open. There's blood in the water for BDS. You need to stave them away.
Complexity, they know that they can score from these situations, but so can BDS. They can win it. They can be ruthless when they have to, but here's Shad to the backboard. Monkey Moon, what a defensive touch when the pressure is at its highest, and there's his old teammate Extra following it up.
Extra has to clear this long, but with Shad going high, it falls to Monkey Moon. 0 seconds. Magic has to be done for Complexity to win it here with a pinch high and Mark on low boost. It does leave it open. Raceball with a touch, but the BDS behemoth is unbeatable.
The online era was theirs, and now the first LAN back begins with a return to the perfection we once associated them with.